Hello, hello, hello. This is Els coming to you from Bemis Crafty Corner. And today I'm going to show you how to put this together. This beautiful little Halloween fall-inspired tassel. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and get this put together. Now, this little sucker is about 9 inches long, 9 inches long. And it can be as short or as long as you want it to be. And it can be as full or as thin as you want. That is entirely up to you. But I'm going to show you how to put this together and the steps to walk through to get it done. So first, let me show you some of the tools that we're going to be using today. And then we'll go ahead and get into the assembly. Okay, the tools for this one. Probably going to want some scissors. You may want a clamp or some flathead pliers, jewelry pliers. You're going to want a bulb pin, slippery little sucker. You're going to want a bulb pin and 4 or 5 charms, you know, to fit your theme. Of course, you're going to want some of those. I'll put this in the bag so I don't lose it. You're going to want some organza ribbon. And you're going to want some, you know, this friendship bracelet cord or embroidery floss, whatever you want to call it, craft cord. You're going to want that craft thread. That's what you're going to want. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. I do have a kit available for the Halloween if you want it. It comes with 6 colors, the charms, the bulb pin, extra thread to tie things up, and your organza ribbon. All in a neat little package. But if you want to make this at home, that's perfectly fine. I'm going to show you how. So without further ado, I'm going to clear this out of the way and we're going to get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to cut our cord, our threads. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to pull some off of here. Let's get the end. There it is. And what I'm going to want is about 18 inches of each of these. So I'll go ahead and measure the first one, and then I'll just kind of wing it for the rest. And I'm going to want, you know, 5 or 6 colors. I put 6 colors in the pack just because I like the way 6 colors looks. But, you know, you don't have to use that many if you don't want to. You could use 3 colors and put two of each in there if you wanted, or however you want to do this. And this doesn't have to be exact. We just want about 18 inches. And as you can see, I'm sticking to kind of fall colors here. What would fall be without burgundy, right? So we're going to put a little burgundy in this. There we go. Now, if you're doing this at home, you're probably going to want to cut a little extra of a piece here out of one of these colors. And that's entirely up to you. We're going to go ahead and put those out, and then we're going to get to the organza ribbon. On this one, we're going to want just about 12 inches of each should do it. So I'm just going to roughly cut one, and then I'll work my way through the others. And then I'm going to get started putting my charms on. So now, if you wanted to add beads or bells or, you know, anything like that to this, of course, you can go ahead and do that as well. It's pretty simple to do. And again, because I'm doing this one for Halloween, I went with some fall colors on my cords, but my ribbons are going to be all Halloween colors. Alright. So now that I've got about a foot of 3 different organza ribbons here, and they are varied sizes, the size doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and clean this mess up, and then I will be back to show you how to put the charms on and how we're going to get this all put together. Alright, we're going to put our ribbon aside for a moment, and we're going to be working with the string. So we're just going to take the string, and we're going to separate these apart, and we're going to fold them all in half. Doesn't have to be perfect, but, you know, close works, right? So we're going to separate them, put them all in half, and just lay them out on our workspace. Okay. Then we're going to get out our charms. Alright, now that we have out our charms, we're going to go ahead and start affixing our charms. And all I'm going to do is take the looped end of the cord, and I am going to put that through the hole on the charm where I would normally put my little rings, my jump rings. And then I'm just going to fish the 2 open ends through, pull my charm down, and that just affixes my charm on there. I'm going to do that for all of these. Alright, so I went ahead and I got all my charms on, and I simply just looped them on, so I have 2 open ends on one side and a charm on the other. And so I'm just going to kind of lay these out nice and flat at about the same height. Now I can put 2 in that direction, and I can put some of them going in this direction. It's entirely up to you how you want to lay this out. And I also have my extra strings that I didn't put charms on, but you know, they're still part of the color scheme. So we're going to go ahead and put those that way. And then I'm going to kind of find the middle point here, which I think is right about there. And I'm going to bring in my pieces of ribbon, and I'm just going to put that where I think the middle is, a good facsimile thereof. Alright, once I have that, then I'm going to go ahead and pick it up, and I'm going to put my gourd pin on here. And I'm going to be careful not to stab my finger, but I do want to get all of the stuff. So what I do is I kind of twist this a little bit and wrap it around itself. Just makes it a little easier for me to stick that gourd pin through there without poking myself. Fasten that gourd pin, and then I use a clamp to just hold that there, okay? And then I'm going to bring in that extra piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it underneath, and I'm going to tie 1 knot, just 1 simple knot here. And I'm going to tie it as tight as I can. Okay? Now once I have that knot on there, then I'm just going to wrap the cord around about 7 or 8 times. And then I'm going to get that up and out of my way. And then I'm going to wrap the other cord going in the other direction about 7 or 8 times. Alright, so once I have them wrapped around there a couple of times, I like to just tie a double knot on this side. And once I've tied my double knot on this side, I will turn it over and tie my double knot on this side as well. So let's go ahead and do that. And again, I'm just going to pull those as tight as I possibly can with my decrepit old hands, okay? And then you can either leave this to hang down if you want to, or you can snip it off. I like to snip mine. And take that off. And then the only thing I have left to do are these ends. Now, on the thinner ribbons, I usually just give it a point And on these square ribbons, I like to give that a fork. Okay, so I'll just give it a point or a fork, and I'll do all of these. And then I'll be right back to show you what this all looks like when it's done. All right, so these are the two pieces that are featured in today's video. This is the first one that I showed you. This is the original piece, and as you can see, it's quite a bit longer. This one's about 8.5 to 9 inches, and this one is actually fitted with jewelry findings. This one has the metal clamp at the top, the little alligator clamp. There you go. And if you have any jewelry experience, then you know how to use these. And I added the silver cord to this one just because I thought it added a little something. And then this is the one that we just made together in the video. And you can see the charms are a little bit more hidden in this one. And it is a little bit shorter and just a little, it's actually fuller, I think, than this one, just because of the binding that we did here. So if you want to do it this way, you can do it this way. And if you want to do it this way, of course, you can do it this way. It is your choice. I have put together the kit for these. They will be available in my sale, my Halloween sale, as well as in my shop if you want to pick one up. If not, by all means, go ahead and pick up the directions for this, which are in the description box below, and go ahead and make one for me and post it to my group so that I can see what you came up with and what combinations you used, and I'd be really interested in knowing that. All right, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the red button for me and subscribe, like me, ring my bell, and share me with all your friends. Till the next time, guys. Bye-bye.